YouTube, what's going on? It is Gino Bonino, and this is my second video today, a first for me. I've never done it before. What happened is this. I happened into Alex the Comic Hoarder's auction last night, and in the chat kind of going on the side of the auction, some people started talking about contests and whatnot, and I kind of realized that I've sort of been lagging. I haven't really entered as many as I wanted to. I've been sort of busy. So decided that today I had a little time. I was going to go ahead and do that. So this is my entry to Cwoodard19. Cwoodard has a nice channel. Got a good knowledge of books, and must be a big guy because he can palm those books pretty easy when he shows them the camera. I was trying to do it myself, and I can do it, but I can't. Can palm a basketball, but he must have played sports, football, or basketball or something like that. Anyway. So he wanted us to, first thing is to show that we were 18. I am. Next thing is to be subbed to his channel. I will be. And the third thing is to do thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. And just so you guys know, I do thumbs up, but as far as commenting, again, I'm one of those people that I'm a little behind the times. I watch most of my YouTube stuff on the television using Android box, and they let you put thumbs up and stuff like that, but they do not let you comment. You have to go and get to your computer or get to your phone and stuff like that. It's kind of a pain. I wish they would add that feature because there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to comment on. So a lot of times what I have to do is kind of earmark that I've watched a video and what I want to say and then go back and say it. But anyway, just so everyone knows, I've watched a ton of stuff. I give a ton of thumbs up, but I just can't make a lot of comments, and that's kind of the reason for it. Anyway. He also wanted us to talk about 5 artists that we feel are underappreciated, I guess, or underrepresented. So my first one is the artist of this book, which is Lanil Francis Yu. Basically, he has done some other work on Wolverine. He's well known for some Wolverine covers. But in this book, what struck me was his actual work on the Hulk. The Hulk in the Ultimate world is a nasty dude. He is basically a cannibal. I mean, if you mess with him, and he's going to not only beat you up, but he's going to eat you. So to show that, you've got to show kind of a very savage, a savage kind of person, almost like a serial killer Hulk, if you will, and that's what he does. He captured that part of the Hulk very well. This actually is, if you haven't read this particular series, you should do that. It was very good. The problem with it was the first, I think, 3 books came out on time, 1, 2, 3, and then there was a huge delay on the 4th one to the point where it wasn't almost worth it. So you kind of lost interest. They had you hooked. It's kind of like what happens when your series, when you watch a good series and then they put you on the cliffhanger and then you got to wait like 4 or 5 months until the series pops up again. That's sort of what happened to this bunch of books. But anyway, excellent art. Again, very good deal making Savage Hulk. You can see the Hulk's all muscly and all veiny and stuff like that, and he's just a nasty dude. I mean, he at one point he rips Wolverine in half and throws him like one half one place, one the other, and luckily it's got the healing stuff, so he put himself back together. But anyway, cool book and a cool artist. I think he's underrepresented. Don't hear too much about him, but again, maybe we will. Next one is a DC book, and the artist here, I know I'm going to probably butcher this, is Jarabs or Jarabs. Anyway. If you've ever, and I'm sure you've read this, basically he does, his art form is very distinct. He does a lot of stuff with shadowing, a lot of stuff where you can kind of guess what's going on in the panel just by looking at it. You don't even need to read the words. And he does, again, it's a very distinct art form in his stuff, and I really do like it. So I like artists that are so good that you don't even necessarily need to read every word on the page. And also, it's kind of, he'll do different styles. One page will be shadowy, the next page will be more light and stuff like that. So he kind of throws his art form around. But anyway, that's my other one. My third one's going to be controversial, and again, I guess it shows that I'm a little bit old school, but good old Rob Liefeld. Now, I know people don't like him. I know he's kind of a love him or hate him kind of person. I get it. But having collected again back in the late 80s and 90s, he was about probably as popular of an artist as you could find. And I do know I know the bag on him, which is he can't really draw feet, or he doesn't draw feet, and that he does tend to, when he phones in stuff, he's not very good. I'll be honest that, there's a couple covers he's done where things are way out of proportion and stuff like that. But one thing he does do is he's very, everything has almost too much detail on it. Everything, if you look even at Cable here, the armband with the spikes on it and all that kind of stuff, that's Rob Liefeld. Also, he, again, he did a classic Cable. That's, this is kind of his creation. And again, I know the things that people say about him and whatnot, but I happen to like him. So, and I think that maybe, again, the tide's turning a little bit. I'm guessing. Hopefully his art has also grown a little bit. I know the cover that he did on Domino, I thought was very good. So, it seems like he has gotten better. And when he does take the time, he's very good. When he phones it in, sometimes, like I said, he kind of, he's not that great. But this is my third artist I feel underrepresented, just because, again, of his of the popularity thing, and then how it went so high, and then kind of everyone started hating on him. Next one, again, is Jeff Shaw. As you know, I met Jeff Shaw, or can't really say I met him, but saw him at a con. And very nice guy. I thought his work on the whole Thanos thing was excellent. I'm sure he'll get a lot more work because of that, and I have a feeling that his stock will go up because of his work on it. He did one thing about him. He does a lot of, how can I say it? He does violence very well. If you think about the Thanos series, there was a lot of, arms getting tore off and people getting impaled and stuff like that. And he did it without it being too, it was graphic, but it wasn't so graphic that it, turned you off. So I think he does a good job on that. And again, I like the black Silver Surfer. I think it adds kind of a new twist to it, and I just love this cover. The way he's got the lens flares off the Infinity Stones and stuff like that, just a cool idea. And the next one is Alex Ross, and really needs no description. That cover to me is just an absolute classic cover. You can't say anything else about it. It's just outstanding. And then I think it was only to be outdone on the more recent $7.99. Come on. That's when you think of the Red Goblin, this is, in this one, how he changed perspective. You're kind of looking up and at the defeated heroes down at his feet. And also, if you look, there's a lot going on in the background. There's Spidey Mask kind of in shadow, and you also have the smoke coming off the Red Goblin. Again, just, like exceptional work. And I know, a lot of people talk about him, does a lot of work, but, he's not that super famous artist where people see his covers and automatically run out and say, oh, I've got to get his cover that he's done and stuff like that. So I feel from that perspective, he's a little bit underappreciated. And that's my contest video. Once again, I hope you guys liked it. I don't know if you agree or disagree. I'd like to hear what you all have to say and see what you all have said about artists. I know there's really, again, it's just a matter of taste and stuff like that. And that is all, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you later. Happy hunting.